Net, a very interesting question that comes up in your age when it comes to quantitative trading. Let's say you're wanting to get into the career because it's very lucrative. Uh, so this rare type of article, as I said here on Quant Start, is quite an interesting topic that seems to have gotten popular on my Facebook. So, as it says here, and this is very true, age is not a barrier in the financial markets. What they look for are the good performers at all ages and they get well rewarded. So they look for competence, drive, and initiative. That's the things that the banks and hedge funds and whoever else look for. Now, it doesn't matter where you're at, technical or asset management, but these are pretty obvious, um, obvious skills and things that you need to reassess based upon where you're coming from in a career. You need to do a frank assessment on yourself, specifically around math. For me, I'd probably get killed on the math front if I was to do a assessment or an interview. My math is very weak. I do know that 1 plus 1 equals 3, so I'm good there. But for now, yeah, I'd probably get scorched. So we have here linear algebra, calculus, real analysis in the UK, probability and statistics. So those are the skills that you need. It's pretty well a majority of the math skills that you need. They want you to, for sure, have a master's, or at least, or even better, a quantitative PhD. Because there's so many people coming out with PhDs now. So now it comes down to things like track record. What have you accomplished on the coding front? Maybe with research papers and open source projects, sort of things that they look for. Now, programming is pretty well getting more and more important. You can see here, the languages that you definitely need are now this is especially, and this is pretty well all of finance now, financial engineers, quant traders, quant researchers, quant developers, and risk managers. You need to be fluent in most languages and for any of the quant rules. So you have to be very, very, very proficient in probably these two languages, Python and C++, which is true. I mean, there's some Java. I'm seeing less .NET, but these are definitely the standards to know. And I would say you'd need to be pretty close to master level. I just did look for some questions on Glassdoor for the kind of questions they asked at High Frequency Trade or at Renaissance Technologies. But I'll go over that in another video. So what else we got? So you need to know the financial concepts pretty well inside out, depending upon the level that you want. Need to know about derivatives, options pricing, algorithmic trading generally, showcase your skills. But you can pick it up through general reading or various textbooks. But I can tell you from my experience, there are a lot of people out there with initiative. So if there's 500 people applying for a job or even two, it's these skills that will set you apart. Even if you're at a PhD level, the other thing you may need to do is to go back to school, get your MFE, Master's of Financial Engineering, or if you're older, try to get the Paul Wilmot certificate of quantitative finance. So that's the most popular supposedly. So your investments will be anywhere from $20K to $50,000 to get that done. And as it says, it's a very significant career move. But if you do make it, you will definitely get the compensation. So you have to be proficient and have some level of mathematical and very important stuff, and it's changing ever so much. And I can add to this more is that from my experience, definitely machine learning is a huge area, as well as cryptocurrencies as well, to showcase your knowledge in that, because a lot of institutional are moving into that as well. So these are all the benefits of the moving into it. It's rewarding, it's challenging. The financial, obviously, compensation is very good. Um, so here's some of the comments. One was mentioning about John Hall's book, where you know it from cover to cover. Uh, but now more than have so many funds don't want minds poisoned so-called financial theory, and ultimately finances learned on the trading floor. What I learned in terms of derivatives is simply never touched upon in the majority of texts. That's true, but you only get that once you hit and get to the level of working on a trading floor. So I do think you need to know the classic knowledge of what's being mentioned in this article. But once you get to this area, once you have a job, most likely you won't be using a lot of it. But it is to help you distinguish yourself from the rest. Now, I don't know what date. So this is 3 years ago, but things have radically changed since this comment, where obviously there's more emphasis on software development or engineering, as well as I said, even more recently, there's definitely you need to be a master over on machine learning like TensorFlow. So this quant job is a numbers game. Prepare interview a lot, but every interview you get is a bonus. And once you're in, you're in. It's a great place to be from then on. I guess so, yeah. But that's it. So I just wanted to highlight this article found here at Quant Start, and hopefully that'll help you out later.